Who the hell can wait till morning? Talk now at latenightsportsradio.com.
Are you eating Cheetos?
No, I haven't put anything in my mouth the whole time we've been on the air.
I got to mark that. That's going to become a sound drop.
I figured.
And welcome back to the Friendly Confines, another eye to marginal edition of the Claire-vs-Carlson SHOW. There are many things you can put in your ears. This is one of them. We are part of the Late Night Sports Radio Network, latenightsportsradio.com. She is Claire. She don't Kerr. Mullins. That was Kerr, not Kerr. Like
Kerr?
Like the Kerr. You know, the band?
The Kerr, okay.
Right.
Okay, sure.
At the Claire Bear 23, intern, coffee, gopher at the NFL Female Podcast. That's about right. Right?
That's about right.
All right. I'm Andy Carlson at Purple for the Win, purpleftw.com, Vikings Podcast. You already knew that. And we can be found at Claire-vs-Carlson on the Twitter machine, our YouTube page, also on iTunes under Late Night Sports Radio, also Facebook. Andy, stop being so lazy. Made us a Facebook page, facebook.com/Claire-vs-Carlson. That's all together. And it's exciting times, Claire.
It is. There are crazy things going on. Apparently, we're on the Facebook with my Aunt Mildred and,
now,
80 cats.
Now, when I told you about the Facebook, you're like, I'm not that big of a Facebook person. And I call baloney on that. Because I could see you being like a Facebook fiend and you're on there playing that, what's the game, like Farmville, 24/7.
Never.
Oh,
I am like
I got to check my crops.
I'm the anti-Facebook.
Really?
I don't, no. Because in Facebook, okay, this is my theory between Facebook and Twitter, the difference. Mm-hmm. On Facebook, you are friends with people you kind of feel like you have to be friends with, like your high school friends or your Aunt Mildred or whomever. But on Twitter, you really get to choose who you're friends with. And I find that to be preferable. So I tend to avoid the book of face.
Well, see, you're only friends that you can choose with on Twitter because you do the locked. You're a locked person.
Well, on one account I am.
Yeah.
But I've been on Twitter for like 5 years. So at this point, I know who my trusted comrades are, who will not give me crap no matter what I say. They'll just be like, oh, there's Claire being dumb again. I love that chick. It's cool. Yeah, choose your friends wisely.
Incidentally, all of your high school teachers and guidance counselors also said the same thing.
Yeah, well,
when you were growing up.
Whatever, you don't know.
So
you can do a background check. I know these things.
So happy Halloween, Claire. What were your plans over the weekend? What'd you do?
Well, I didn't do anything for Halloween because my birthday is the day after Halloween, and I just don't care about Halloween. It's stupid. But candy. I have raided my niece's candy jar, so that was fun. But I was actually in New Orleans for the Voodoo Fest. It's a musical festival.
Wow.
So it was 3 days. Skipped the last day because of football sadness, but the rest of it was pretty fun. I mean, I don't like to see adults, honestly. I don't know. There's like the limits, the parameters for costuming as an adult should be clearly defined by us as a society.
What do you mean?
I don't know. People just wear stupid costumes, and I want to smack them upside the head. That's all.
You mean like the sexy Ebola nurse that was all the rage this year?
What was all the rage?
Sexy Ebola nurse. Come on.
Oh, I saw that. But I didn't see it in person, but I did see it online somewhere. Yeah, that's happened. I don't know. I don't know. All the chicks always have to be all, like, sexy whatever-y, and then they're half naked, and then they're outside, and then it's cold always on Thanksgiving. I mean, on Halloween. Always.
It's cold in late October? No way. You don't say.
I'm in the South. South. And so usually it's not, but then a cold front inevitably comes through right by Halloween. I keep saying Thanksgiving. But it comes through every year on Halloween. A cold front comes through. And every year chicks have to dress like Uber sluts and then bitch the whole night. I'm so cold. Oh, my God. It's so cold. Why is there so much wind? Oh, my God. and you want to smack them in their face, but then all their glitter and eyelashes would fly, and it would be a big fiasco.
Well, that's what you get for dressing up as a sexy CPA.
I would never dress as a sexy anything.
Well, and see, that's the thing, because I think women have it very easy on Halloween because you can just put sexy in front of an occupation and bam, costume.
Yeah, true.
I'm a sexy CPA. I'm a sexy spelunker. I'm a sexy Sherpa. Ooh, look at me.
A sexy Sherpa? Oh, my God.
I'm a sexy baker. Even though you know for a fact they've been avoiding carbs for like a month to just get that sexy baker look.
Yeah.
So that is irony.
You don't want to be a chubby baker on Halloween. You want to be the sexy baker or sexy chubby baker.
No, you never trust a skinny baker or a skinny chef.
I don't make the rules.
Or a skinny lineman. Yeah, but lots of stuff, too much stuff to get to cram into this 2 hours. We got the NFL, lots of storylines there. Ben Roethlisberger is apparently the greatest quarterback of all time. We're going to talk other sports, a little college football, a little World Series, which felt like it wrapped up like 3 weeks ago. Actually, more like 3 months ago. The NBA is a thing. We also have our Pick 6 segment coming back again. Claire, I think you have to take up degenning as a profession. I really do. We'll go over our Week 9 picks. Make our Week 10 picks. It's looking pretty bad, man. It's not good for me. It's not good for me. And also, we're going to debut our brand new segment, which is a reoccurring thing. Claire's dating advice. Give the people a little tease, Claire. What you going to talk about at the end of the show?
Talk about the fallacies of dating. There are common beliefs out there, but they're wrong. And so let's talk about going with what's right.
There you go. Claire's going to talk about phalluses later on in the show.
There you go.
All right, so we're actually behind the curtain. We're recording on a Tuesday afternoon, and I kind of like this setup because traditionally we've been recording on like a late Monday afternoon, early Monday evening, and so we don't even know what's going on Monday Night Football. And now we get a full picture, so this is neat.
Fair enough.
Even though you kicked my ass in that pick again. Stupid.
What? I can't help it. I'm just really, really good.
No. All right, so I have to adopt a new strategy. I already have my picks locked in, but I picked the complete opposite ones what I think you would, just because I have to play catch up. And also, I
think you should do it this way. You should do the George Costanza and just do the complete opposite of what you would normally do.
What? Name my future child Seven Costanza.
There you go.
I was in the pool.
It was cold.
Oh, and also, just to completely bitch about these picks some more, I finally picked the Texans at home versus the Eagles. You picked the Eagles for some reason, and gah!
Funny how that worked out.
Maybe I know my team.
You're a jerk, and that's a smooth segue. Let's get into the NFL and talk about our teams. Let's get yours out of the way. Texans lose to the Eagles 31-21. Bay pulls a groin. Might have pulled it away from the bone. Clowney's on Instagram. Tweet favorite things during the game. Missed the game with the flu. We'll go with the quote unquote. Both teams are 4-5. Your team has a much different tone than mine. Mallet might be starting. Andre Johnson's pissed off again. So what is going on down in H-Town? This is not Trill.
Well, it's that key positions has been bad. And then you have a quarterback who is, he is what he is. He is a lower tier quarterback in the NFL. He plays like a lower tier quarterback. And people get mad at him because of it. Well, it's not his fault. He is who he is. People keep giving him jobs and responsibilities, expecting him to turn into something he's not. And it's
Buffalo a whole lot of money. Do you know that Fitzpatrick is still getting paid by Buffalo this season?
Yup.
That's awesome.
Hey, you know what else? Matt Schaub is still getting paid by Houston this season. That's awesome, too. So, whatever. Is what it is. I don't know. Andre Johnson is being a baby, in my opinion, and he needs to chill out because, you know what? Okay, you were targeted 7 times, but at least 2 to 3 of those that were targeted to you were catchable balls. If you reach one hand out and expect magic to pull the football into it and hold the ball in your hand, usually not going to work in the NFL. So Andre Johnson could shut the heck up, and he could have come to OTAs and created chemistry with Ryan Fitzpatrick. But no, Fitzpatrick spent that time with DeAndre Hopkins and everybody else, and Andre Johnson sat there, wasted $1 million and everybody's time by saying he was going to hold out and ended up coming to camp. So it's on Andre Johnson. Sorry, true.
And just look at this box score. J.J. Watt is still a beast.
Yeah, he is.
1.5 sacks, fabulous. 5 quarterback hits, a tackle for loss. That's
quarterback hits, man. He has almost 30 on the season, I think, quarterback hits.
Mm-hmm.
So J.J. Watt's cool. I mean, on the field, he's cool. Yeah. I don't know.
Off the field, do you think he's a douche?
Yeah, I do.
But and again, your douche Mendoza line is very high for compared to like the normal person out there in the world, right?
Yeah, I pretty much. It didn't take much for me to categorize someone as a douche.
Like you think Sully Sullinger, Miracle on the Hudson pilot, is a douche?
No, I don't.
And everybody likes Sully. How dare you?
I didn't say anything about Sully. You're the one talking about Sully. He's pretty awesome. But Kareem Jackson, he's also out for 3 to 4 weeks. And he was like our only guy in coverage who was worth the damn, and now he's out. So everything just sucks in Houston. We have no hope for the future. If we had a Teddy, there would be hope for the future. But no. He's just up there winning games in Minnesota. No big deal.
I don't know. It seems like some of the fan base, especially the first half before that final touchdown drive, 2-minute Teddy, we're ready to do, hey, let's tank for Mariota, suck for a duck.
Well, they need to shut the heck up. It's what, his 5th start ever?
People are very fickle, but to be honest.
In general, yeah.
Yeah, and it's all stupid stuff. Teddy is going to get a fair shot here. I mean, hell, we gave Christian Ponder 3 years.
And Zimmer loves some Teddy. You saw what he was saying about him earlier. You couldn't have asked for a better guy, just the way he carries himself and yada, yada, yada. He loves him some Teddy.
Yeah, so let's transition to the happy game, the Minnesota game, even though the first half.
Thought we already did that.
Wasn't looking all that great. Well, yeah, I'm just going to put a stake in the ground. The Vikings are 4-5, just like the Houston Texans, but like I said earlier, a much different tone and tenor for the season. Head into the bye with a win. Adrian might be coming back, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Teddy had another good game, especially in the second half, especially when they put him in the 2-minute offense. Cordero Patterson is kind of like the Andre Johnson. I mean, he had 7 targets, all in the first half. Teddy did miss on a couple of deep throws. I think one Cordero absolutely just quit. Actually, 2 deep routes he quit. One was almost picked off, and one was just a clear miss. But if Cordero hadn't just thrown his hands up in disgust and just kept running, who knows what can happen. I mean, people make diamond catches all the time, every day, right?
Every day. Maybe on Thursdays, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, more so than the rest of the days.
And I still don't think he's healthy. Matt Asiata was the story of the game. Vultures, 3 touchdowns from McKinnon. It was funny. There was one drive where McKinnon did all of the work from like the Minnesota 45 down to the 1-yard line. Then Asiata comes in, boop, touchdown. I kind of feel bad for McKinnon because he still doesn't have an NFL touchdown yet. And this is a fancy football bitching.
McKinnon is just, I'm sorry, Asiata is just like the goal line vulture, man. I mean, he's just stereotypical guy who you put in on the goal line, I guess.
Yeah, and RG3 came back. I thought he looked pretty good at times, considering he's been out with the ankle, and then he had the ACL the year before that, and there was a little bit of rust, but man, his deep ball, especially just hooking up with Deshaun Jackson, is sexy. And Teddy, for some reason, Norv and Teddy made a concerted effort to try and chuck the ball downfield in the first half. Mm-hmm. Definitely did not work out. Teddy has a little bit of work to do on his deep ball. It's more accuracy because most of his misses were overthrows. Mm-hmm. So I guess that's a little encouraging because Christian Ponder was just a weak-ass arm. He couldn't even get it down the field, so whatever.
Right.
And RG3, I don't know if he's still going to be the long-term answer in Washington, but he played a pretty good game. Did get sacked 5 times, but the Minnesota defense is going to hunt 6-footer for life.
Oh.
I'm sorry that I'm so excited. And
no, it's good. I would be excited if I were you. If it was my team, I'd be excited. I'm putting myself in your shoes and being understanding. So please continue your gloating. It's fine.
No, I'm sorry. This is a controlled gloating because I still see this team ending up 7-9, 8-8, but that's a heck of a first season with such a young nucleus and with a first-time head coach. And the elephant in the room that we already talked about a little bit, Adrian. This on Tuesday, pleaded no contest to a misdemeanor or something. So we'll see what the NFL does. They might consider this time served, the amount of time he sat out.